Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome back, everybody. And this time, I'm going to talk about some significant plans for King Cartoon Man Entertainment. This has taken me a whole month to create a new video like this. However, it is going to be complicated even for me, so I decided to just split the 19-minute video into two parts, where part 1 is going to be around 9 minutes, while part 2 is going to be around more than 10 minutes. Plus the fact that I need to set some new goals for myself, including the amount of videos I need to release, and acknowledging that while I am a hard worker and working hard is not that bad, not all the videos have to be 100% perfect. But I still need to make the animation look more professional, because even when working smart, I can't skew every drawing. Well, maybe pieces of a drawing, but again, it needs to look more professional. So, with that out of the way, let's talk about our main subject. Since this is going to be special for the channel, let's talk about the development of the first full-length animated feature film, released on King Cartoon Man's 10th anniversary. Up until then, the cartoons that I've made before were around 2 to 8 minutes long, and the skits that I'm going to be making will be around 1.25 minutes long to 2.25 minutes long. In fact, everything I've done on this channel can range from 8 seconds to 18 minutes. Now, I do have a certain half-hour special that's going to happen right away. But for now, the first full-length movie is going to be different. The first draft was originally going to be released in an anthology format, but when I started writing the second draft, I thought it was better to choose the straightforward narrative format with the focus on original characters. Even if some of the old characters from the past shows I created are going to appear in this movie as well. So I never had much time to create an anniversary special because of my schedule with animation and how much content I need to produce. But when the time comes, the anniversary movie will be so successful that it shall be a great start to the next 10 years of King Cartoon Man. Now, the next subject I'm going to talk about is something special, something that I've rarely done since the days of Barking Out Biotechnology and the early days of Swimming Race. I am talking, of course, of the hiring of more voice acting talent. I wasn't going to be the only one that does the voices for the characters in my cartoons. For the making of Barking Out Biotechnology, I thought it was a good idea to hire more people to do the voices for my characters. And it has been a bittersweet experience. Some lines of dialogue managed to see the light of day, others would just have to wait for another project. Now, even though I am a versatile actor, that doesn't mean I have to voice every character, so I have to leave room for fresh talent. And I am highly appreciative from all the help given by some of the nicest people I know.
Bye, Melvin. Run by red light, stop by green light. Everything's fine, sir. The set is finished, the lighting is perfect, the guest of the show is finally here. And the script is finally approved. Why don't you do it at some sports building? Idiots, they've lost their tiny minds.
Stop! Halt, you dumb mutt!
Because even if there is, they'll have to get strangled by the using nets.
A swimming race? Here? Wow.
So yeah, I've always wanted to know what it's like to work with other voice artists. I personally recommend y'all to check out Barking Out Biotechnology, by the way, because that's one of the selected few that's given the highest honor at the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. I wanted to look for more people to voice the characters in my cartoons and animated skits, and I'm also looking forward to work with the same kind of talent again so I can create more hilarious skits and cartoons. Okay, so with all the memories out of the way, I'm going to talk about the new subject that's basically the goal for this year. The goal throughout 2024 is to create 26 new original videos. And this doesn't count any of the old recycled ones. So it's no surprise that I usually set goals for myself, especially for how much videos I create for my channel. For example, when 2023 arrived, my goal is to create at least 14 videos, and some of the first ones turned out to be great. Not necessarily perfect, but that's how some of the videos became the most popular ones of the channel. As the end of the year approaches, I got the idea of reposting old videos to get more views. When the trailer for Unhappy Travel came out on December 18th, 2018, the view count at the time was 4. Once I reposted an old video, do you know what happened? It got 16 times the original release with 64 views, which makes this one of the few videos of the channel that's actually popular. The same thing also happened to the first video of the year, a trailer for A New Bus Travel. It started out with 5 views, and once I reposted it, it now has 51 views, which is actually a dozen times the original release. Now I will be able to release major productions again once I get done with Walker's Coffee, which I'll get to in a bit. I also started to release actual YouTube shorts. Now, it's not to be confused with the Chuck and Larson and swimming race posts I did. I only did so just so I can introduce audiences to these characters once the productions are finished. Still, it is great to add the addition of shorts to the top 12 popular videos of the channel. Okay, so let's talk about one last subject before we close this off. Let's talk about the next main subject, Walker's Coffee. I am so excited to release a main production again. And it doesn't have to be a full-length cartoon or anything else like that. I'm not going to talk about everything about the production of Walker's, since time usually gets in the way of the schedule. What I am going to tell you about is how much I got everything done for the first ever skit. I figured out what props to use, I was able to complete some of the first backgrounds for the skits, and I even completed the character designs of the leads. The first character I made for the series is called Walker, who enjoys drinking coffee. The other guy is Walker's comic foil, Walter, whose only reason for his hatred of coffee is because, well, he never actually tried drinking it, let alone took a sip of it. There are plenty of steps in the production process that need to be done. I have to cast another voice for Walter, and I had to finish storyboarding the whole film before getting into the animation process. Once the production process is complete, I would head off to the post-production phase where I mix the dialogue with the sound effects and the music. Once the whole film is done, I will present it to the world, and it'll be one of the most popular videos of the channel. Maybe not as popular as the Chuck and Larson post and the very first cartoon, but it was close. I also completed 3 other Walker's Coffee skits, and I'm finishing up the 5th Walker's Coffee skit, and I'm also getting started on another one with the theme of sword fighting. As you may notice throughout the whole video, I am actually working on a new background for the 3rd Walker's Coffee skit, and it's going to be a little longer and more elaborate than the others as long as I can still get something done. Well, that's all for now for this update. Now, I really don't have a whole lot of things to talk about in this video. And again, this is only half of the extended video, so the other half won't be released until the following month, because I'm not yet ready to release videos that are longer than 18 minutes. Now, I have released longer videos before, but in this case, that's the reason I'm splitting this into 2 parts. Now, I will release a longer video someday, I just gotta wait till I get through all the other videos first. Again, this is only the beginning of the extended video. I'll talk about more stuff on the other half as its own video. Alright, so this is over to you. I want to know what's your favorite part of this video. Leave the comments down below, and don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell for more videos every day. To be continued.